Good evening, Periscope. It's Melissa Mansfield-Baker, aka the Swedish Bunny, founder of The Bunny Life. And just a reminder of why I'm here harassing you regularly is because I have a company here in Atlanta, Georgia, that works with women on self-confidence coaching, poise and etiquette coaching, and also I work with young girls on a workshop called The Iron Butterfly. And we work with girls to teach them how to have self-confidence, poise, and manners. Good evening, Cider Pickles. Thanks for joining. Hi, 6'5" Stallion. Hope you're enjoying Houston. And the other thing I do, like I said, is I work with young girls on self-esteem, poise, and confidence. And I have a partner that teaches them how to have mental, emotional, and physical self-defense and protection. But tonight is something different. Tonight we're talking about dating as football. I figure it's playoff season. My Patriots are winning. The Steelers just lost. So, that being said, I'm with my new internet radio partner, Brawn, and we're going to be discussing the male and female versions of the football field in dating, and I even have markers. So this should be very entertaining. I won't be able to see all of your comments, but please, if you like what you're seeing or you agree, feel free to chime in. Don't forget to give me love. I love hearts. They make me super happy. Thank you. So we're going to get going. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how a woman thinks when it comes to dating and categorizing and putting people in boxes as you meet them while you're dating. So most everybody knows a football field is 100 yards. So the first thing, sorry, I have to use the marker and the phone at the same time, is you meet, whether you're online or whether you meet in person, and you decide you're both, what did we say, attractive enough?
Right, attractive
Let me
enough
say hi to Jay Brawn.
What's going on, everybody?
If you're attractive enough to meet, you meet on the 50-yard line, right here.
Exactly.
Okay, so as a woman, this is just my take. He's going to have his point of view in a minute. So, when I meet somebody, I talk to them on the phone. And depending on how their manner of speech is, their level of intelligence, how engaging and funny they are, they fall in the 50 to 40-yard line. If they're not impressive at that point, that's where they stay. Brawn, could you open up my red marker? Thank you. Now, from the 40 to the 30, that's the second date. That's the person that made it to the second date because they're engaging, they're funny, they're attractive. They bring something to the table that makes them worth seeing again. From the 30 to the 20, we're going to put a bunch of X's. Because, see, he's laughing because he knows. This is where a lot of people fall. That is the dun-dun-dun.
Say it.
Friend zone. That is the friend zone. That's people that were great enough to date twice, but you can't ever see yourself being physical with them. You can't envision them as a step-parent. You can't envision yourself naked. That's the friend zone.
Definitely.
So the next one, and this is as a woman, is the 20 to 10. And a couple people land there. I'm a grown woman. Those are the people that are good enough for one night. They get the audition, never a callback, and they don't stay friends because they didn't bring enough to the table to have any kind of a value.
Right.
And now, from the 10 to the end zone, are your friends with benefits. These are the people that you have a great mental connection with, that you can hang out with, watch football with, and go to the bar with, have phone conversations with, and you also happen to have amazing sexual chemistry, so every once in a while you dabble in some cuddling and more. Now, as a woman, how this matters is, I'll trade you, Brawn. People in this zone for me, that friends with benefits zone, never make it to long-term potential zone. The reason for that is you've already categorized yourself as my friend. We're already homies, we're buddies, we're comfortable. It's like taking your snuggie on a date. Who's going to do that? I can't be courted by you at this point. The passion's gone because we've already been physical. So at this point, you're now just a friend with benefits. Now the problem is, I also don't want this guy. However, that zone that you thought was so deadly and horrible, I will take someone from the friend zone that I've never been physical with and push them into the end zone for long-term potential. So think of that. Next time you think a woman is hot and she has everything that you want in a woman, you might want to hold off being physical because she might just put you in the friends with benefits zone, and that's where you're going to stay. So I'm very interested to hear a man's point of view on this and see what other men think. Brawn.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Fellas, you know how we get down. I tell you, Swedish Bunny is absolutely right when it comes to the initial meeting and going from we're going to talk about from a more tactical perspective. What do we punt, kick, pass, throw, all about that. So I totally agree when you come to the 50-yard line, it's the two people meeting each other. They're actually meeting and there's a physical chemistry. That's cool. Now, that getting into that 40 is that first conversation. That's when you realize that, hey, she may or may not be that person I like to get to know, or I just want to punt and start all over again. Now, that 40 to 30 is after a few conversations, and maybe, just maybe, she's worth a date or two to really figure out if there's some really chemistry, some mental and physical chemistry. When that friend zone gets it, that's that 30 to 20-yard line, that's where you decide, hey, is she worth it? Is it really worth taking that time and effort to take it to the next level? And sometimes, from a guy's perspective, we're thinking, man, I don't know how long I want to be in the friend zone. I don't know what she's really thinking. I just may want a physical connection. She wants something meaningful. So how long am I going to stay in the friend zone? From there, fellas, it's called the red zone. Everything from the 20 on in is the red zone. So, as I was telling the Swedish Bunny, once the fellas get into the red zone, you got a few options. We're either going to take it long term, or she's that wifey material. We think she's the one, or we're going to put her in the friends with benefits. So that's that area. That's that inside the 20. That's where we usually drop the ball. Guys usually mess up because now we're thinking physical. Okay? We lose it here. This is where we lose it. Inside the 20, we lose it. Because we're so close to the end zone. We're thinking, oh man, we're almost there. We've been on a couple of dates. There's chemistry, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual chemistry. And she's really feeling me. She's digging me. Instead of, like you said, instead of holding off, we settle for the field goal instead of going for the touchdown, fellas. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're right there. We're almost there, and we'll settle for the field goal. The physical is that field goal. Instead of taking your time, really taking it to the next level and getting that end zone. So I agree with you. But guys, I'm saying that, but good and well, when we're all put in those situations, things like that don't necessarily work out. It should be, but we've all been there.
So my question is this. So women and men clearly think very differently when it comes to that. And I was asking Brawn earlier before we went on this broadcast, his perfect view, if I remember correctly, was somebody that's been in the red zone to turn them into future potential because they're already that girl you can watch football with, you can go to the bar with, you can hang out with, you're cool together, you're already physical, she's the one that you can make into permanent. And the problem is a lot of women at that point, if you haven't hit that window of committing, we assume you're just not serious and we become not serious and treat you a certain way, and all of a sudden you've become something just physical. Mm-hmm. So it's amazing how women and men think very differently. I think that the point of this whole thing is to make sure you have open communication.
Absolutely.
If you meet a woman or a man that you're very interested in and you want to have a future with, make sure you scoop them up quickly. Because especially if they're that fantastic that you want to FWB them, so do a lot of other people. So True. That's my message for tonight. I appreciate you guys hopping on. I want to let you know, starting, I believe it's next week.
Yes.
We are going to have a dating, relating, and conversating show on internet radio called Bunny and the Brawn. I am so excited because then we can interact with you. Jay Brawn is actually a regular host already on the 924 network, which he owns and runs. He has some great shows that a lot of you guys that might be listening would be interested in
You guys are
listening
gonna love
to.
it. I tell you, we get dirty after dark for real.
Yeah, our show won't be that controversial. I have a brand, you know. But I'm very excited to be able to be interactive with you guys. There'll be a phone number you can call in and just keep your eye out. It's thebunnylife.com. There's going to be a page for Bunny and the Brawn. Bunny Life on Facebook. You can follow me there. Of course, you can find me here. And I'm on Instagram at melissa.ann_75.